All right, everyone. Welcome to my final multimedia presentation. I'm going to go ahead and get started with the 5 things that I didn't know 8 weeks ago. And that is, I didn't know how much power the federal government had. I didn't know there were all these theories on leadership. I didn't know there was very many different types of federalism. I didn't know about scientific management, and I didn't know the meaning of a bureaucracy. So the reason why I found these things interesting, the federal government, I thought that our government was designed like that the federal government has always had all these powers. But I learned in this class that over time, the states have given away a bunch of our power to the federal government, where now they have way more power than the state governments do. I found the theories on leadership very interesting, probably because that's the most applicable thing that I've learned in this class is how different leadership theories will affect the way that you lead and how to decide what type of leader you want to be. The different types of federalism, I found that interesting because it just explains why it's so hard to get things done. If you have 3 different levels of government working, but they're not working together, it makes a lot of sense now why it takes so long and it's so hard to get things to change in the government. Fourthly, scientific management was really interesting to me. I don't know if you noticed in my last slide, I had this picture of what a warehouse used to look like in producing things. And then now if you look at this picture, I mean, this worker's on a hoverboard to get around to be quicker and more efficient. So I thought that was really funny because being efficient and having the best leadership and management didn't always exist. That was something that was actually proposed and studied and then perfected by the scientific method. And fifth, I found bureaucracy interesting because my understanding was more of this picture on the upright where it's really corrupt and a horrible, like it's not a good thing and we should eliminate it. But that's not what bureaucracy at all is. Bureaucracy is just a tier system of responsibility and how to distribute tasks while keeping a written documentation of it. So I thought that was really interesting too. With sharing with my friends and family, I would probably be most likely to share the leadership theories because, like I said, this is probably the most applicable thing I think I learned. Unless my friend's a poli-sci major, then I would probably share with them what I learned about the federal government and bureaucracy. But I think most of my friends would benefit the most from understanding these leadership theories, and it would help them just be even a better group member when you understand these theories. Lastly, what I found most surprising is definitely how much power the federal government has and that it wasn't designed like that. Like I said, I always thought that, like the federal government is the final say, but it wasn't designed like that. It was designed mostly to have the states decide what they want to do within their state as long as it didn't compromise the federal safety of the country. They were allowed to make their own decisions about what they wanted their citizens to be able to do or not do and let their citizens vote upon those things. And I think that we still could really benefit in today's age from this type of thing because some states are more Republican than others and some are more Democratic. And if we would have kept all this state power within the states, then I think it would have, our country federally and state levels would be operating very differently than they are now. So that's the end of my presentation for this week. I really enjoyed taking this class with you guys, and I hope you enjoyed it too. Good luck with the rest of your classes.